Informative classics. What is going on, guys? As you see, I got right here on the screen, I have this video from Inside Edition that's out of Mexico, and I'll have this video playing in many different angles and many different shots that I took. What you're looking at is a flock of over 100 birds crashing into the ground. Now, on the news story, they mentioned that these birds may have interacted with some toxic fumes. They may have been being chased by a hawk, or this could be just some natural occurrence. But what type of natural occurrence causes birds to crash into the ground like this? And if it is toxic fumes, wouldn't toxic fumes cause all of those birds to die? I don't know. So let's talk a little bit about that. First theory, toxic fumes. So we got to think that if you see a flock of birds flying into a toxic area, right? 9 times out of 10, those birds are going to probably fall out of the sky. They're not going to crash into the ground. If you look at these birds, they're literally flying into the ground. Like literally, they flew into the ground. So a toxic situation, I don't know if a toxic situation will cause them to fly directly into the ground like this. That's situation number 1. If anybody agrees with that, put number 1 in the comments and, explain why you think number 1 makes sense to you. Let's move on to number 2. The second thing that could have caused this occurrence is a hawk or some other type of predator in the air, an eagle or something of that nature. As said by a bird expert, this could be the reason why the birds flew towards the ground trying to get away from that predator. Now, some people looked at it as though all of these birds running away from one single predator is not likely for these birds to do that. But if you look at how they are in flight, and all of them are going in the direction of the other ones because they all fly in unison. So if 100 of them was to take off towards the ground, that might lead the flock to take off towards the ground, and then all of the birds crashing into the ground, thus landing on impact, and which killed hundreds of them. But could that be what they were trying to get away from? Could it be a hawk or an eagle that they were trying to get away from? That's the second thing. So if you agree with number 2, put number 2 in the comments. Let's move on to number 3. The third thing that possibly could have happened here, guys, is less unlikely, because the third thing is a natural occurrence: weather, strong winds, heavy rain. As we see in the video, there are no strong winds. This looks like it's wintertime or something because there are no flowers or anything on those trees. So this looked like it happened in the wintertime or during a time where it was cold outside. So, a strong wind or rain, there's clearly no rain, snow, or anything like that. There's no natural occurrence. So what actually took place with these birds? Because as you look at them, they fly into the ground. And then the birds who do, spread out and don't fall completely to the ground. Some of them go on the ground. As you see, they go into the house there, hit the trees, then come up and then fly off. So it is as though they are trying to get away from something. They are spreading out to get away from something. Something did spook them and cause them to fly directly into the ground. Again, like I said, toxins would have knocked them straight out of the air. They would have died in the air. They wouldn't have came to the ground. But a big bird of prey flying at that flock, trying to capture one of them, would have caused them to basically change course and head towards the ground. That is a possibility. And the natural occurrence is just not making any sense. But I'm interested to know what you guys think happened here. What caused these birds to fly into the ground, tragically killing hundreds of them on impact, as you see. Man, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I'm interested to know what you guys got to say, what you think happened. And just imagine if somebody was walking down the street, right there at that very moment that those birds came down. That person probably would have 9 times out of 10 been, a casualty themselves, because I don't think they would have survived, or they probably would have just got scratched up real bad or hurt real bad or something of that nature. Who knows? I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? Catch you in the next one.